Hi, I'm Cynthia.
And I'm Chris.
And we're the Hanye family.
And for those of you who are new here, welcome. Let's enjoy some great music together.
Yeah, so let's see. What do we have today?
Well, today we're going to hit up on a little bit more reggae.
Yay.
Because, well, it's the weekend, and we know you guys love a good reggae song on the weekend.
And so do we.
So do we.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some Damien Marley.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a song called Welcome to Jamrock.
Yes.
SBK Design 1 has requested this one.
Yeah.
And well, he's the only one.
We know some Damien Marley, of course. I knew the name of the album, Welcome to Jamrock, but I never heard that song.
I don't think I have either. I think I would have remembered that.
Yeah. I couldn't even pinpoint right now a name of a song for you from Damien Marley, but I know some. I just can't remember right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wasn't really listening to that much reggae in my older years, or even in my teens.
I was.
I respected
my
it.
older teens and my young adulthood, I listened to a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
So.
I respected it. Of course, it's great music, but I was a DJ, so it just...
Well, you were a DJ in a place where reggae wasn't a thing. That's why.
Exactly. When the dancehall thing came out, I really pushed on it a little bit. Got them dancing on the dance floor. But people from where I'm from don't grind or anything, so it was just no fun.
They just do a little two-step. That's how they dance.
Most times you saw some people doing this thing, but it wasn't.
It wasn't exactly the way that most people would dance to that.
Yeah, it was what they called dirty dancing.
Yeah.
But I did a little bit of dance hall stuff later on, and of course I really love Bob Marley stuff and Jimmy Cliff and Shaka Dimas, Buju Banton and all them. But that was really just my music. I didn't play it that much.
Yeah.
So, and because it wasn't anything that I could play, I just didn't buy very much of it, right?
Yeah. As for me, I moved to Ontario when I was 16. Well, back to Ontario. I lived here till I was 11. Then I lived where he lived for 5 years and then moved back here. And I went to school with a whole lot of Black people who love reggae. And so I got really into it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Surrounded by it. It's just comes natural, right?
And it felt so good. So, why not?
For sure. So we're going to get into this. This is Damien Marley. Damien, was it? Jr. Gong Marley? Yes. With Welcome to Jamrock.
In another daylight gunman, 2 youths were ushered dead by unknown assailants in Kingston.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Welcome to Jamrock, camp where the thugs and camp at. 2 pound within a van back. It in your handbag, your knapsack, it in your backpack. This melody your girlfriend contact. Some boy not know this. Them only come around like tourists on the beach with a few club sodas, bedtime stories, and pose like them name Chuck Norris. And don't know the real hardcore, cause sandals are not back to. The thugs them we do where them got to. And won't think twice to shot to. Don't make them spot you, unless you carry guns a lot to. A beer tough thing come at you when trench town man stop laugh and block off traffic. Then them we learn pop off and them start trap it. With the pin file long and it a beat rapid. Police come in a jeep and them can't stop it. Some say them a playboy rabbit. Get chopped like a bad habit. Son of a post off if you don't have it. Rastafari stands alone. Welcome to Jamrock. Hey. Welcome to Jamrock.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Welcome to Jam down, where people are dead at random. Political violence can't done. Pure ghosts and phantom. The youth them get blind by stardom. Now the king of kings are called. Whole man to picnic. So wave on no one if you with me. To see this operation sick me. Them suit not fit me. To win election them trick with them down to nothing at all. Come on let's face it. I get our education's basic. And most of of the youth them waste it. And when them waste it, that's when them take the guns, replace it. Then them don't stand a chance at all. And that's why enough little youth have up some fatmatic with the extra magazine in a them back pocket. And a bleach at night time in a some black jacket. All who not lock blocks said them a lock rocket. Them we pull you up a current like a shock socket. Them we run a road block which but the cops block it. And from now till a morning no stop clock it. If them run out of rounds I broke back ratchet.
This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's got a very strong message.
For sure.
It's literally talking about the harsh life that they go through in the poorer parts of, like, where Jamaica, obviously. Kingston, Jamaica, they were talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rough neighborhoods, the ghetto type neighborhoods, as they would call it. And the horrible things they go through, and the education is just basic, and most of the youth waste it, he said, and stuff like that. And if they waste it, then they end up in the gangs and the trouble. And,
absolutely, yeah.
And that's how he was talking about. So
yeah, well, I mean, it's
pretty strong message.
It's been going on that way for a long time.
Yeah.
Even in Bob Marley's time, it was still doing that.
Yeah,
they were still doing that kind of thing.
Well, that's why it's so important that they keep getting the message out there and saying, "Hey, this is what's happening here." You know. And now, I mean, honestly, with the internet, things will be, it's good because more people get that message.
Yeah.
And then things can start to hopefully change for the better.
Some of these dance hall guys, they kind of take a point from the old gangster rappers and stuff like that. The people who are talking about the issues that are going on in their communities, in the ghettos in North America. And they easily translated to what's going on in Kingston and other parts of Jamaica, because it's the same thing.
And it's an anti-gang type message, like you gotta stop doing that stuff. That's what it's about.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he speaks, truths. Right?
Yes, exactly. But this is awesome, of course, the sound of it and everything. So
it's a great sound.
So let's keep it going.
All right.
South side, north side. East coast, west coast. Yo. Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey, y'all. Hey.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Jamaica, Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica. No. Jamaica, Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica. Welcome to Jamrock. Welcome to Jamrock. Welcome to Jamrock. Welcome to Jamrock. Welcome to Jamrock.
That was really well done.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I mean, it relates to pretty much any ghetto around the world, like any kind of area that it's very poor people living there and not a good enough education system in the area, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And it always translates the same way.
It does.
The same kind of problems.
Well, the same kind of problems happen. And that goes for any community. I mean,
well, because poor, desperate people get into trouble. That's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we've been we were watching a YouTube video on the 10 most dangerous small cities in Canada.
Yeah.
And well, the same thing's happening there.
Yeah, wherever there's a poor, low income area with not enough jobs and that kind of thing, and not enough stuff for people to do, and the education system isn't great there, the schools, that's where the trouble comes in. That's where all the violent crime ends up. That's where all the drug issues come in. It's just, it's unreal. Like,
yeah. You give them a reason to be desperate, and then they're gonna be.
And you don't give them a way out of that situation. That's the other issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's pretty bad stuff, but it makes for great music.
And I mean, it happens all over the world. It's not just here. It's not just in Jamaica. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere. Anywhere where there's a downtrodden group,
Yeah.
there's going to be, there's no employment.
That's where the problems start.
And, people are desperate looking for food for their kids. They're going to find a way to get that money so they can get that food for their kids.
Yeah, that's what causes a lot of the problems in the world.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way. There's enough money to go around this world, to be honest.
Yeah.
The governments, they find money when they want to.
Yeah.
When they want certain things done, they'll find that money.
Yeah. Hey, don't want no money to help the kids and no money to get the education up.
But lots of money for those pipelines.
Yeah. Or those wars. I mean, war comes along. Well, they got all the planes,
all the money in the world for that
and stuff, and the guns. You can't stop finding the money then. But as soon as some kid needs an education, forget it.
Exactly.
Can't afford it.
We don't like to get too much into talking about politics, but this obviously sparks a little bit of that in this situation. We have to talk about it a little.
A little bit. I mean, like I said, we can't be beholden to the way the government runs things right now.
Yeah.
And that's any government. I don't have much faith in most governments these days.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But anyways, this was a fantastic song. So thank you for the request. It was definitely appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't forget to check us out over on Patreon. It's $3 a month, and we're adding things there all the time. Also, like and subscribe to the channel, share with your family and friends, click that notification bell if you don't want to miss a video, and don't forget to enjoy yourself. Later.
Later.